This is Algebra 1, Lesson 68, and this lesson covers more about complex fractions. Okay, so here we have a complex fraction. That just means we have fractions on top of fractions. So what we have to do first is put these two together. So we have common denominators already right here, this y and this y. So that is going to be equal to x plus 1 over y. Right, and that whole thing is over. We're going to put these together, and we got x minus 1 over y. Okay, because they already had common denominators, so we can put those together. Now we have to flip this bottom one over x minus 1, and then do the same on the top. Okay, these cancel, and we get, these y's cancel, x plus 1 over x minus 1. So that's the answer to that one. All right, let's do another one. Okay, on this one we only have a complex on the top, and that would really be 1 over 1, and we need to get a common denominator, so we're going to say times x. Okay, and now our common denominator is x. 1 times x is x. 1 times x is x, so we would have, let's see, if we work this out, let's pull this over here, 1 over 1 plus 1 over x, and we need a common denominator, and the common denominator is going to be x, and we multiply this side times x, so we have x over x, which is the same thing as 1, right there, plus 1 over x equals x plus 1 over x. Okay, so we've got x plus 1 over x. All that is over 7. Now we need our 7 to be 7 over 1 so that we can flip it. Okay, erase all this. And now we multiply. 1 times x plus 1 would just be x plus 1 over x times 7 would be 7x. And there's the answer to that one. These are pretty easy. It's just about combining those fractions before you flip. All right, so this one, we have 1 minus 1 over x. So we got to get a common denominator. Our new bottom is going to be x on both of these. Have our minus sign. That one's 1 over x. So that's 1 over 1. We need to multiply both of those times x. So it'll be x over x minus 1, which would be x minus 1 over x. All right, so there's our new bottom. X minus 1 over x. And all that is over 1 over x. Now we're going to flip this. These are going to cancel. These x's will cancel, and we'll get 1 over x minus 1. And that's the answer to that one. All right, on this one, we're going to need to combine these. So for our top, we've got a over b plus 1 over 1. Our new denominator needs to be b. Okay, so to get that, I had to multiply b times b. So right here I've got an a, and then for that one, it would be b over b. A plus b over b. So there's our top. A plus b, whoops, over b. Okay, and all that's going over. Now our bottom is x over b plus 4 over 1. So I just turned that into a fraction. Okay, and we need our new common denominator to be b, and that's x over b. So that means I had to multiply this times b over b, which means that would be 4b over b. So we're going to get x plus 4b over b. So that's our new bottom. X plus 4b over b. Now Now we have to flip our bottom, x plus 4b, and multiply on the top, b over x plus 4b. These are going to cancel. We're going to get a plus b over x plus 4b. And that's the answer to that one. All right, here's another one. So what we have to do on this one may not look like we have a complex fraction, but we really do, because this a, when we move that to, we got to get rid of that negative sign, and we can't, if this plus wasn't here, we could just move that to the bottom of this fraction bar, but we can't because it's part of an addition problem, so we can't do that. So we're going to have to put a over 1, right? No, move it to the, okay, so we've got a negative 1 x over 1. We have to move that a to the bottom. So that's going to be x over a. So whatever your negative 1 is has to go at the bottom. So we're going to have x on the top, because it's positive, and a on the bottom, plus our b will have to be moved to the bottom, y over b, because really we have b negative 1, and we have to move that down to get rid of that negative. All right, and then our bottom is going to be, that's really x negative 1 over 1. We have to move that one down. So that would be 1 over x. Then we flip that. Oh, wait, can't do that yet. First we have to put that top together. Okay, so first thing we have to do is get this top together. So we've got x over a plus y over b. Now our common denominator is going to be ab. That's a b. Okay, so for here, if I multiply times ab, I've already got the a, so I need xb. And right here, if I multiplied by ab, I've already got the b, so that would be ay. We're adding those, so that's going to equal xb plus ay over ab. Okay, so I'm going to put that on my top. And that's over 1 over x. Now I flip. Alright, so my bottom's going to be b. Actually, get us some more room here. There we go. Alright, so these cancel each other out. Now our top, we're going to have to multiply x times each of these terms, so that would be x squared b plus xay over b. Or you could write it as x times xb plus ay over b. Either of those answers is correct. It means the same thing. The book has this one. Okay. All right, go ahead and pause the video and work those practice problems, and I'll come back and work them for you. All right, so this one, A, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a, oh, we already have a common denominator, so that's easy. That's just going to equal 1 plus c over w, and that's over 1 over c. So we're going to multiply times c over 1 times c over 1, and we're going to get c times 1 plus c over w. All this canceled. Let me double check that. Yep. All right. Next one, B. All right, so we got to find a common denominator on the top and bottom of this one. Okay, so our top, we'll do that first. Okay, we got 1 over m plus 5 over 1. Okay, our new denominator is going to have to be m. So that means I have to multiply that times m and that times m, and that'll be 5m. So that's going to be 1 plus 5m over m. Okay, now our bottom, 2 over m minus x over m. Oh, that's easy. They have a common denominator, so we'll have 2 minus x over m. Now we're going to flip this one. These all cancel, and these m's cancel, so we have 1 plus 5m over 2 minus x. And that's the answer to that one. Okay, and there's one more. And this is one where you have to move your fractions down. Alright, so I'm going to have to pretend there's a 1 there, and that guy gets moved down. So I'll have a left on the top and x on the bottom. This one, I have to move that y down. So I'll have b on the top and y on the bottom. And that's going to be 1 over x. That was over 1. We move that down. Alright, so we have to find this, we have to work this top and find a common denominator. So a over x plus b over y. Our common denominator is going to be xy. And we're going to multiply times xy. This one we've already got the x, that would be ay. And right here, we've already got the y, so that would be bx. So we're going to have ay plus bx over xy. And all that is over 1 over x. Then we flip this bottom. Okay, here we can cancel the x's. So we're going to have ay plus bx over, the only thing left down here is y. And that's the answer to C. All right, and that is it for lesson 68. Thanks for watching.